word lagom in our name, Lagom Landing, you might know by now, means enough. It's a word, or just the right amount in Swedish. We want to make sure that all people know, and not just our students, but all people know that they have been created with enough. And each one of you here today is important in helping one another land into a sense, into this understanding of being enough. The Medulla Garden over here, just to the north of us, has become kind of a symbol to me of Lagom. This was just an empty field. We scraped all our topsoil off, and because we were cheap, we used it in our septic system instead of paying for dirt to go in there. And so we didn't have any topsoil. So all the Lagom Landing classes have been part of building this garden, so this is the third year of it. It was just an empty field stripped of the topsoil, barren and really ugly. And it's been a labor of love for each class. 4,000 square feet of garden, all built by layering cardboard and then wood chips and then straw up more and more each year, and then taking these stones from out in the woods and going around the sides of the garden. It's a lot of work. And it will probably always be a work in progress. Each year's class helping the soil get richer and the weeds weaker, the plants more abundant. It helps us learn the lessons of Lagom, of enough. Liam, Chris, and Derek have helped plant the garden, but just like each class, they won't be able to harvest it. Next year's students will be the ones that harvest it. They will share their sense of enough, or Lagom, with next year's students. So we gave each one of you guys a ground cherry plant. It's just a little baby, started from seed, so that when you plant it, hopefully at home, and nurture it and let it grow, you'll be able to eat those ground cherries. And remember that we're also eating those ground cherries here, and that you can also remember this time that you've shared with other people. This year, our students have been especially great about volunteering and sharing who they are with other people. I think the speeches are a great example of that. And then they've learned a great deal from all of you. There's so many mentors and inspiring people here that have been a huge part of their lives. So speaking of seeds and growth, I want to talk just a tiny bit about the way our relationships have changed. Just a little picture of our first day. I remember move-in day. You could have never, ever have predicted how close these three are now. It was a little bit uncomfortable, a little awkward. We came over here for a pizza dinner. I remember Chris sat out here with the Burkettes, and Liam sat with his family inside, and Derek's family had already left, so he was kind of just jib-jabbering away a mile a minute. And I think I could see Chris and Liam throwing these looks toward Derek like, what did we get ourselves into? Now these guys have become brothers, and they each fit each other like a kind of a puzzle. And it's interesting because it occurred to me that neither of them have biological sisters. I mean, they all have sisters, but they don't have biological brothers. So as we put in their book that they're carrying around with them, now they have brothers. Just looking at them, you know, God has provided Lagom. God has provided enough friendship and brotherhood that we hope can last far beyond this year at Lagom Landing. Every year we learn it more and more. Lagom Landing is not our students. Lagom Landing is not Rock and Laurel. Lagom Landing is not our board. It's all of you coming together, different, talented, and generous people, sharing your gifts and proclaiming the bold statement that there truly is Lagom in this world if we open ourselves to the gifts in one another. So thank you all so much.